Welcome to Cosmic Reid Live right here on WDW News. Today, I'm Cosmic Chris Reid. As always, it is awesome to be with you on your Monday evening. We have lots to talk to, lots to get to this hour as we continue our Imagineering series in the final of the 4 Walt Disney World theme parks. And joining, as always, Jeff and Angelina. Guys, how are you doing? I know it's hot where I am. It's hot, obviously, where you are, Angelina, because you're down the street.
Oh, boy.
Right.
It is like 95 degrees. Yo, what's up?
I just wanted to stare at the screen because who was we got the funny guy who was saying, how long are they going to just stare at the screen and not say anything? Disney Planning Insights podcast. We got you. We're working technically free tonight, guys.
Last week, yeah, we are. Hey, check it out. I got a background.
Check it out.
I was just gonna say, look at that background. He is upgrading. Love it.
Right?
Looks great.
Check this thing out. I got this logo done a little while ago and did the cosmic rays background, sunny eclipse or whatever. So this is what we're doing on. We'll see, but I see some comments in the chat. Thanks for all the love on that. It's it's cheesy. What, Jeff, what did you call it? You said what did you say? It was a Bed Bath & Beyond logo?
I just basically, when we went in, no, not the logo. I wondered if you went into Bed Bath & Beyond and just pulled some green felt down, and then super producer of the year Jason mentioned that it was blue, so that's fine. I wondered if you got 20% off on it, but no, the logo looks beautiful. I'm waiting for the animatronics to start moving and things like that.
These guys.
So, well, I guess we'll wait for that.
Playing the piano. I want to see BB-8 play the piano. Let's go.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah. Hey, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh man.
See, Mandy knows what's up with the 20% off. That's right, Mandy. You got it.
That's right. Exactly. 20% off always. It's just, yeah. And we is it the first item, or is it, can I buy multiple green fabric rolls if I want that?
You can buy all the green fabric.
Oh man. Perfect. Hey, I'm
good,
set.
Though. You're showing us up. I still just have Wally here. It's fine. And look at Figment.
No, there's
nothing
wrong.
Blue felt.
No, he's
There's nothing wrong with that.
Live from my bedroom because it's so hot.
Yeah, it is like 95 degrees up here. This is the center of Canada. This is above North Dakota where we are right now. And it is hotter than Orlando, I think, right now. It's crazy. It's supposed to be like this all week. We don't get this for this long. So Stephen Brown, 20% off what? It was a Bed Bath & Beyond? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah. No, everyone, you never pay full price for anyone in the States. I don't know if it works like this in Canada, but you never pay full price for anything at Bed Bath & Beyond. I think that's what we're talking about.
No, I think it's the same thing. There's a couple of stores like that here. Hey, so you know what are we doing today? It's gonna be a wild show because we are doing the last of our 4 Imagineering series from the parks. We did Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and the studios, and as we promised a couple weeks ago, Animal Kingdom up to date. So what we have done, if you're just joining us for the first time, but although I see a lot of people in the chat that are return guests with us, so thank you so much for joining us as always. We have Imagineered our own attractions, restaurants, character meet and greets, and shows from Disney's Animal Kingdom, and we want you to get involved with this as well. I also asked the question on Twitter, what's your all-time favorite Animal Kingdom attraction? I was going to ask about the extinct attractions, but there's not a lot that's really extinct there right now. So we'll get into that. I do got to just go for a side and mention that this t-shirt that I'm wearing is courtesy of Angelina here. And if you can see in the corner, the Cosmic Reid logo is right there as well. Hand embroidered in, or I'm not even sure how you did that. But yes, that is the shirt I'm wearing. That is really, really cool.
Cheers, sweat into that shirt. Well, you know,
we'll sweat for sure because of the weather.
Here, so
wow.
Thanks, buddy.
Thank you. Yeah, no, this is great. So new show uniforms now, I guess you could say.
We're only I feel like we're 1 week away from having a Patreon page where those are going to be on sale for $20.
Oh my goodness!
With 20% off. With 20% off.
20% off. Yes.
Okay, so if you're just joining us for the first time, we're in the YouTube chat. Of course, you can let us know what your favorite attractions are in Animal Kingdom. You might be watching on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram as well. We'll try to keep track of those chats as well, but we'd love to have you primarily here in the YouTube chat and on Facebook. If you can comment, we'll see it. And we really do like interacting with you. It just makes this show so much more fun. We do talk a lot about Disney park memories, our own Disney park memories, the ones we're looking forward to making. But it's a lot about creativity on this show as well, and imagineering our own attractions and involving you, the guests of the show. So thank you so much for that. It's always appreciated to have people with us. With that being said, we do have, it's a 1 hour show. It's still a 1 hour show. I feel like I've been saying that, well, forever, I suppose. I know there's the hashtag, what is it, like hashtag 2 hour show or something? I've seen that on Twitter a couple of times.
I can't believe that we are here, and this is what, three months now, and we're still here, and I know we always like to do this, and I just want to make sure that everyone understands how much we love everyone that comes in and kind of spends this Monday with us, with this just happiness and all of this for this 1 hour show, not a 2 hour show.
It's actually somebody, who is it? Just. Arch Fox said in the chat, says that 3 hour show. I don't even know what I don't even know. I don't know what we're.
I'm really glad that you guys like us that much, because I don't know if I don't know if I can handle Jeff for 2 hours.
Oh, Angel, I don't even. I didn't even make a Canada joke tonight yet. There's just.
It's still early.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Wait, let's get down to business.
I'm an only child. It just hurts. Go ahead.
So we will start with let's start with attractions for Animal Kingdom. So these are our own attractions. You can't say like bring over something from another park and put it in, or upgrade a current attraction. This has to be something completely original that hasn't been done yet. So we'll start with attractions. We got 4 to go through. It usually takes all hour with all the discussions and your discussion as our guests in the chat room as well. So Angelina, you poured your blood, sweat, and tears into this T-shirt. Why don't you go first for the attractions? You've been busy today.
Well, I definitely, my blood, sweat, and tears have gone into thinking about all these ideas. Absolutely. So my idea, shout out to my mom and everyone on Twitter that has been giving me lots of ideas for this one, because Animal Kingdom is tough. There's a lot of great things in there already. And so one idea that I did get from my mother, she had suggested Giraffe Rides. And at first I was like, well, Mom, I don't think we can do that. It's not really, safe for them and, humane. So,
oh, actually.
Oh, guys.
What's going on? Uh-oh.
Did we lose her?
Are you there? Are you there? You're there.
I feel like her mom might be hijacking this because she was upset about not getting to Giraffe Rides. Yeah.
We got you. You're here.
So hear me out. So giraffes, the attraction that I thought of was called the Circle of Life, which I know that there's something similar in Epcot, but this is going to be similar to the Flight of Passage, but instead you're riding on giraffes and you're going through that whole Circle of Life scene at the beginning of The Lion King. And I think it would be really cool to be able to sit on them and, feel the breathing and the water and the birds and stuff like that. So that was my idea. Shout out to my mom. She helped me with that one. So
I was just getting like crazy visuals of going on Kilimanjaro safaris, and all of a sudden there's like people on giraffes like strapped to them, like, hi, we're doing giraffe safaris. No.
Oh no.
But, that was my first thing. I'm like, yikes! But hey, that's pretty cool. I mean, you get a different perspective. I mean, it would be like one of those soaring things, like you got a fear of heights, you just shut your eyes and it wouldn't matter, right?
Exactly, but you're on giraffes.
if this was like a writer's room, I love the giraffe angle now, and it's like if this was like a writer's room, and you were like taking that idea and like or it was improv, in improv you like one and, you know what I mean, yes and kind of thing. It's like I love the Soren idea and just doing the entire. And I remember like when the new Lion King came out, right? Like to me, and some people disagree, but one of the cool things about the new Lion King was that it was basically the old Lion King, just kind of like updated, right? Like if you could be a part of that first 3.5 minutes of that movie, like how bad, I think I can say ass, right? It's after 9 o'clock. How badass would that be, right? Like you're kind of like swooping and those things. It's like kind of taking even like what they did for why am I blanking on PhilharMagic? It's like what they did for PhilharMagic, but like with that 180, but you're like flying over things, man, and I love that.
Yeah.
Because like now I feel, you had me with giraffes, but now I want the giraffes to sprout wings. Angelina is what I want. So I don't know what.
Yeah, and it's turned into a banshee, and it's just Flight of Passage. So.
Sure.
Totally.
With the Lion King playing. Got it.
But the Lion King.
Yeah.
Horatio in the chat said a giraffe camel hybrid. Switch it up a little bit. Yeah.
A giraffe camel.
The Savannah.
Giraffe camel hybrid. Okay. Yeah. Exactly that.
Again, Stephen Brown saying it sounds like the Tapestry of Nations, I guess, with all those massive floats that they had back in the day for that one as well.
It's just that you could feel the wind and things like that. You know what I mean? Like that has to be, I mean, and maybe we could do this one week. Like we talk about music like organically on the show, it seems like week by week, but like, is there a more triumphant song than that intro to the Lion King, right? Like like they did that, and then they kind of did it for all of their movies after that, where it was just like boom, you know what I mean? A title like center, because it just built and built and built and built, and it was like boom, Lion King. Like I don't know if there's anymore.
You know what? Like it's funny you say it. Like just the fact that they used the same recording from 1994, whatever it was, in the same recording for the new one. That speaks crazy volumes. They didn't even bother re-recording it, because that's just so iconic. It's the only show I've ever seen on Broadway. No, and they don't need to. Exactly. It's perfect. But the show on Broadway, I'm telling you, people The Lion King. So people were like, oh, you're going to love this. There's animals that walk down the aisles, like people in costume walk down the aisles. And I thought, okay, well, I've seen a lot of theater and I've seen people do that. And it's cool. Well, was I just like blown away at those costumes and walking down the aisles? And I teared up at the end of the Circle of Life, halfway through the show, and at the very, very end, on that last note with that huge boom where it goes black, I was done. Yo, it's just insane. It's so cool. So that music is just so iconic. It's constantly sold out on Broadway. It is one of the coolest soundtracks to a Disney animated movie. So, I know it's kind of getting off track, but it's just so iconic. It's awesome.
I love that you're saying not to get too far off track, but I mean, like, I love because like people in the chat room like sort of agree. Like one thing I think we all can get behind is that we're kind of over the new attractions that kind of retell that same story. But I would say, with the exception of something like this, right? Like I think you literally could just do this, and you're flying through that scene. It would be absolutely bananas. You know what I mean? With all the smells and the wind and just the loudness. I think that'd be actually amazing. Yeah. Love your mom, Angelina.
Yeah.
Shout out to mom.
And her giraffe. Everybody wants to hear the Wally idea.
Let's do this.
Wally King Jeff, so let's go. Let's see what you got.
I don't know what you're talking about. Why would someone even think that? What do you mean, Wally idea? The funny thing about this is, of course, I have a Wally idea, and thank you for doing that. I really kind of wanted to just sneak
on
it in
Monday's
there.
Court.
But Can I actually just give one first though? Like, I really wanted to do something with the and I think it might just be because I wanted to hear Angelina say Cheshire Cat one time, but I love the idea of the Cheshire Cat, if I may say it that way. So I actually really kind of wanted to do something with the Cheshire Cat, but obviously it would be Wally. And it goes in on this whole, like, again, the conservation thing, right? But Wally actually is meeting a whole new kind of world. But this is actually taking, so it starts and you get in, and it's a little bit of the, you're kind of like walking into the spaceship. You launch into the spaceship, but then you're like weightless, man. You're weightless as you're going to a new kind of planet, right?
Oh, that's cool.
And then you are going to, you have to be weightless. Otherwise it's like all other 3 attractions that I've had in the other parks. So you have to be weightless at this point. That's what's going to separate it. That's what's going to separate it. But you are going to this other planet and you meet up with those. This is where what I want to do is I want to bring the other animals from Disney movies into this attraction. So the Cheshire Cat comes in, and then you've got like some jungle, like, you know, like Jungle Book and things like that. And it's all of these, we then start like a conservation army, guys. I know you think I'm going nuts a little bit.
Yeah.
But that's the whole idea. Cool. The idea is you launch into space, but then the Cheshire Cat comes in and is like, hey, what are we doing? Because like he can like bounce in and out of everywhere. You see what I'm saying? And then we band together and we have to like save this one planet. So that's the only way that you could do it. The only way that you could get all of these animals from the Disney world is to have like this the Cheshire Cat come in. I know you think I'm making sense, but I promise you, it makes perfect sense right here.
You know, I think the Animal Kingdom is like where all the animal friends from Disney can like come together. So I think it makes sense. You know, that's their park. That's what they do. Alyssa in the chat, Wally, cool. I don't know if I'm not sure if that was sarcastic or not. For those of you tuning in for the first time, Jeff has put Wally into every single thing that we've done when it comes to Imagineering attractions at Magic Kingdom and Epcot and Studios. You know, maybe we're doing something next week that'll involve a Wally huge thing as well. But just this is where we're coming from. So
just you wait. Look, the idea is if I can like what I want to do is be able to bring my love of Wally into all of the lands. But I feel like Animal Kingdom is one of those cool places because there's all of these underplayed animals, right? Like you've got like from Tangled, from everywhere. I mean, like that's the one thing that I was thinking of. You are I can't tell if Stephen Brown is making fun of this or not.
Stephen Brown with the super chat. Thank you so very much. That is some old school Imagineering. Yeah. Thank you so much. Totally appreciate that. Always it goes to WDW News Today. Thank you very much. Totally appreciate it. A scavenger? I mean...
All right, Chris, give me your idea. The point is to bring all of the other... I can't even save it. Go ahead.
I'm done. Okay, well, I'll go Wally World. Horatio in the chat, Wally World. Yes. Yeah, hey, you know, well, I mean, Wally World, I think that's Jeff's ideal theme park, as proven by these Imagineering theme parks that we've done the last
Can I turn my camera off for like just 20 seconds? I can't even hold it. Go ahead.
Okay, well, I'll go. Now this I thought long and hard of it. Actually, I thought of this pretty quickly, truth be told, because I was having trouble with the attraction. But then it came to me that Up is featured in Animal Kingdom, and I thought, well, it would be cool. Yeah. You know, like the theme of like adventure, and adventure is out there. How cool would it be to get something that looks like Carl and Ellie's house, I guess it would be their house if it looks like it. And guests would go inside the house. I guess the living room or the kitchen or whatever. And you're not even necessarily like strapped down or anything, but there's bars that you can hold on to. And on the top, of course, of the house, the balloons would come out. And from there, it would be on some sort of like hydraulics, and it would slowly, very slowly go up into the air, and you'd get an aerial view of Animal Kingdom. Maybe it would be close to Kilimanjaro Safari, so you could get a really cool, different perspective of all the animals at once. Almost like one of those observation towers that they have. You know, they have them in Hershey Park, and they have them in various theme parks around the U.S. and Canada as well. So to me, something like that would be really cool to take the theming of Up, use that, the house that goes up or whatever, and you're in that house really, really slowly. It goes up so slow that you can be standing and you wouldn't, it's not a drop tower or anything like that. And then after a few minutes, you come back and there you go. That's my idea. Mm-hmm.
You could make it a drop tower if the people who wanted to pay $300 more, like the people who buy those add-ons for Animal Kingdom. But it seems you actually want yours to work. That's actually a great idea. I can't believe they're not building.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
I think that would be cool.
When you're on, I guess, how did it? Has anyone ever done the what do they call it? What do they call the thing that you pay extra money for and you're like walking over the safari?
Oh, there's like the sunset tour, the sunset. Yeah. There's all sorts of tours they got. Sunrise. Yeah, there's a bunch of those tours.
Do they theme that the same way? Like, I mean, is there? Yeah. Yes, Angelina. Do they theme that the same way? Like, is there a story, or is it just like, hey, here's the animals? You know what I mean? Because like, I'm curious if they would be okay with, taking you out of the whole theming of the safari. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. I haven't taken. I'd be interested if anyone in the chat has taken that one. My guess is like, I mean, those tours often, break the fourth wall, so to speak, and
right.
Tell you.
And I sort of
so that would be my instinct.
Yeah, that was my initial kind of like reservation with those things. You know what I mean? And not only does it break the fourth wall for the people who are paying an absurd amount of money to go on them, but if you are on the if you're on the safari yourself, I mean, you see this kind of happening. But at the same time, it would be amazing to be able to see everything all at one time. You know what I mean? Like that's like the best part about riding Everest, and like kind of looking to the right and the left, and just to have that kind of like view. So that'd be amazing. Stephen
Brown in the chat. Cheap rope bridges for rich people. Yes,
not wrong.
Zootopia Land done. That one's of course coming overseas. Rob in the chat as well. Thanks for joining us tonight. Says Chris took my earlier suggestion. Oh, I didn't see it. I swear I had it written down here on this lovely, not notepad, but small, tiny piece of paper. So great minds think alike, though.
We're getting better. Yes. It's better than my napkin from last week.
Yeah, we've upgraded from napkins to tiny pieces of paper. So yes, we're just like Wally. We're scavengers as well. So if you. Well, it's 8:30. It's 9:30 Eastern. It's 8:30 Central right now. I can't believe it.
I have no idea how it happened. I feel like I owe everyone an apology for just going so all in on that wall.
Marklin in the chat. Marklin in the chat says next week a Post-it. Perhaps I could splurge. Splurge on some Post-its. Yeah. Does anyone? You know what? Usually we normally take a commercial at this time. We're going to zoom right through and not take a commercial this time. But I just want to take a couple minutes to say, just like you've already seen in the chat, if you like what you're seeing, if you enjoy the show, you can always donate to WDW News Today via the super chat. This little $sign under the chat in YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, you want to do that, come on over to YouTube, say hi that way. And you can donate anything. It all goes to of WDW news today and all the live shows and content that we keep giving you. There's also, of course, the WDW Inner Globe Society wigs. Of course, you can go to patreon.com/WDWNT.
Do it.
Here comes the wigs roll call any second in the chat. Yeah, for sure. There we go. David, Brian, here we go. The wigs. Yeah, actually, we should. Wigs, Marco, welcome.
Wigs
Mandy, of course.
Oh!
Mm-hmm. Banana. Yeah.
Stephen Brown,
So,
I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Stephen Brown.
Stephen Brown is
Thank you
okay.
again.
Molly Alice crossovers. Yes, I think that's going to score me great.
Yeah. That'd be cool. I like that. Thank you so very much for that.
Steven.
Always appreciate it. Love that. And so you can become a Wigs member as well. Or if you do like this video and the content that you're watching right now, whether you're watching it live or you're going to be watching later with the replay, you can always hit that thumbs up button at the bottom of the video. Let people know that you like it. It helps us out. Thank you so much for doing that as well. We always appreciate the interaction, and we're going to keep doing these Imagineering things. We've done the 4 Walt Disney World theme parks, but we have other ideas, and we're going to expand on that next week as well. And we would always take your suggestions as well for show ideas. We welcome those as well. More Wigs members. Stitch, Horatio, welcome. Thanks so much for doing that. Good old Wigs shout out. Also, I asked on Twitter earlier today, what's your all-time favorite attraction at Animal Kingdom, either current or past? So I will read some of those in just a little bit. But we have 3 to get to: restaurants, and a character meet and greet, and a show or experience at Disney's Animal Kingdom that we've all created with. So we're going to be doing that. Well, let's just continue it right now, I guess. Let's go.
Oh gosh, are we going to get through all of them?
I mean, I hope so. I really hope so. I'm not sure. I mean, this is crazy. So
real quick elevator pitches for everybody.
Yeah.
Let us know what you want to see on the show. We will take your ideas. Yeah, maybe we'll do a live broadcast from Cosmic Rays. I'll take this logo and put it on where Sunny Eclipse is, and I'll take over the Astro organ for our show.
Yeah,
and then I'll get kicked out. But so no, I said then I'll get kicked out and banned. So probably won't do that. Restaurants.
$13 for your hot dog. Let's go.
Yeah, that's right. Hashtag 2-hour show. I see you there, Stitch. Thank you so much. We're definitely working on that one. Disney people do an elevator pitch on the Tower of Terror. Man, that'd be like a fast elevator pitch. You got to know what you're talking about. Hashtag 24/7.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Okay.
Hashtag 24/7 show. So it's just all of us, 24 hours with the webcams, just no matter what.
Ooh.
If we're all sleeping, it's just no one wants to see that.
Yeah, no.
Okay, so let's continue now with this Imagineering and the attractions and the restaurants, meet and greets, and all that stuff. Let's go to restaurants. Angelina, back to you. What's your restaurant idea for Disney's Animal Kingdom? Don't worry about the 7-second elevator pitch. We just take your time. We got lots of time.
Oh no, I can't take my time or else we'll be here all night. So real quick, my restaurant idea is called Side Dishes. And it is going to be somewhere in the front of the park. I don't know where, but it's going to be a character dining experience where you can meet all of the animal sidekicks from our favorite Disney movies, such as Miko, Timon and Pumbaa, Mushu, like all of those fun little animal sidekicks hanging out. I don't really know what the rest of the restaurant is, but it's going to be character dining with all those guys and maybe some rare ones that we don't see quite often, like maybe like Jacques and Gus and those guys. But it's going to be a toss-up of a bunch of different guys, and I'm going to make a buffet and barbecue because that's what I like. That's my pitch.
Love it. And the barbecue, it's just like a staple at Animal Kingdom, I think. The Flame Tree barbecue, all this kind of food, it just goes so well with the theme park naturally as well. So I think that would be really cool. And people love the character dining experiences, they're really special to people. So I think,
and is there really any in Animal Kingdom? I don't, other than there's
character. Yeah, there's
character dining.
Does anyone in the chat know?
Yeah. Is it Restaurantosaurus or one of those do like a morning character?
Oh, Tusker House?
Tusker. Okay. Yeah.
Super Bowl champion just said? Yeah, but I think you can only meet the Fab Five there, so this would be more
Donald's
like those rare characters.
Yeah. Okay. Right on. Yeah, that's I've actually never done the character dining at Animal Kingdom yet, but I think that'd be really cool, and especially with those kind of different characters other than the Fab Five as well. As great as they are, it's cool to see these other ones come out every once in a while and give you something new and new photo opportunities, all that kind of cool stuff. I'm a huge fan of that. I don't know why. I mean, one performer can fit in like 5 different costumes, right? So I think you should just switch it up sometimes. Just my opinion.
Mm-hmm. I think you bring up a great point, man. There's definitely room for more character dining at Animal Kingdom. It is it's a weird place. We always talk about like Epcot sometimes, and then like Hollywood kind of like sometimes losing their identity and then changing it. Is it oldies? Now it's Star Wars and things like that. I feel similar things with Animal Kingdom. It's like, hey, let's have the band from Africa play, who I love. But yeah, it's Tusker House. That's where the characters were. So Angelina, your idea is a must-have. We need more character dining there. Mm-hmm. So it's fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that's cool. That's cool. Jeff, is there a birthday in the chat? Hang on. Is there a birthday?
Oh, hold up.
There
Alfred.
is, yeah.
Alfred.
Who?
Hey, thank you for. I'm not sure I've seen you in the chat before, but thank you so very much for joining us. And happy birthday, Alfred. Everyone give Alfred a big shout out. Happy birthday. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks for spending your birthday with us.
Yeah, totally appreciate that. Have an awesome. The day is almost over, but hope it was awesome, and hope that you have a continued great into the evening as well. And it's your birthday week. If your birthday's on a Monday, you get to celebrate all week, right? It's just like a rule.
Absolutely.
So, there you go.
Happy birthday.
Horatio says, okay, Jeff, tell us about Wally's Jumbo House.
Okay, you will not believe this. And I'm going to give, I think Mandy is still in here, so I'm going to give Mandy a shout out because Mandy and I were chatting on the Twitter machine a little bit because I'm not sure how she thought maybe I would have a hankering for some Wally in my life, but she did. So, but this is a great idea because she had mentioned this before, like conservation, as I always say, and I've said for the 3 other kind of things, and she is a vegan, and I have a lot of vegetarian friends, and I think that this is one of those things where you could really kind of get the message out, right? So this is kind of Wally's little, and I think. It used to be, it would have been fun if it could have been like a fun, like salad bar type place, but now like in the post-COVID world, you probably can't do that, but it's kind of a mix between like Wally's house and Olga's Cantina, and it's like robots that look similar to Wally, but then they go fetch different things. So it's kind of like a fancy
that's
salad
cool.
bar. So you know what I mean? Like now you like, so like you kind of like pre-order and things like that, but then you actually can like watch it happen. You know what I mean? But it's these little robots that are going to get it. So Wally's more of like a maitre d', like he's not going to go get your salad or anything like that. But like, he probably would have somebody working for him, maybe that he was paying like a fine robot wage, and he would go, they would go do that thing. And then actually, I have to give her this 100%. So it's like, she said, so like the to-go containers would be like the little boot. You know what I mean? Like,
oh my goodness.
Yes, of course. Collectibles, like, man. Collectibles.
Yeah, collectibles. It's all about that. So you're like little collectibles.
Yeah. Or one of those souvenir cups, but the boot.
Oh,
yeah.
That's even better.
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. So I am sure you're surprised that that's the thing. I will say, outside of Wally, though, I like. The Tulgi Woods, I wanted to do like a very immersive kind of, again, like I was very Alice in Wonderland thing, but I feel like, again, like to be true to myself and to Mandy and Wally right here, but I feel like that's what it is. But that would be something that's like totally you've not really seen, you know what I mean?
Oh, like
Wally's
absolutely.
Well, Hiroshi, he just said Wally's Brewery, and that would be on the side. So that's a great
Wally's
idea.
Brewery. I like it.
So thank you so much, Mandy, for playing. And anybody who wants to give me their ideas on Twitter, please do all day long.
Love it. And you know, some people you mentioned as well in there, Olga's Cantina. Joel was saying that he's only been to Olga's once, and that was in Disney World last December. But heard some of the music. Yeah, we played the music on WDWN Tunes. We played some this hour, actually. Got to give a shout out to Super Bowl champs for the super chat. Thank you so very much.
Super Bowl champs.
Love you all on the show and in the chat. Favorite show on WDW News today. So easygoing and engaging. Thank you so very much. Totally appreciate that comment. Yeah, absolutely means the world. Monday has become my favorite night of the week, and I think I can safely speak on behalf of all three of us here. Yeah, it's so much better. It's so much better with all of you in our lives, and we always appreciate however you chip in, whether you're giving the video a thumbs up in the chat or the super chat, or becoming a WIGS member with WDW News Today and getting some really cool content in there as well, some extra features. Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Brian Sutton says that he loves us more.
Love you more. Never happened to me in high school.
Brian,
come on.
Thank you so much, Brian.
Wow. Is this a competition?
there's no bidding. I mean, there's no. But thank you very much
again.
I
want you to write in my earbuds, Brian.
All of these it all goes to WDW News Today, and all of the content that we produce, whether it's like on the site or on the station or on these live shows or for WIGS members, we have there's a lot of staff on the show. So thank you very much. Every dollar counts. We appreciate that. So Brian, thank you so much. Super Bowl, thank you equally. We really appreciate that. Anything always helps. So yeah, Olga's Cantina, by the way, we were talking about that quickly, is officially not going to be one of the restaurants that is open when the parks when Disney World reopens. That was just revealed earlier today, and there's a story about it on WDW News Today that you can check out after you watch this show.
Yeah.
Where were we with the? Yeah, no, not for another 20 minutes. Okay.
I think we were on you there, Chris.
Yeah, you're up.
Okay. All right. So this would be an establishment that serves drinks. I'm not saying it's completely a lounge at all, but I want it to be a restaurant with the option.
Wally's Brewery.
Wally's Brewery, not Wally's Brewery.
Sorry, what was that?
That's like,
sorry.
That's your next idea for when we do this. When we do this next year.
That's stolen from the chat. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's King Louis's Restaurant of Ruins or Room of Ruins or something like that. So if you imagine the King Louis sets of all of those ruins and that, it'd be indoors, but it would look like you're outside, one of those kind of tricks. Hang on, super chat again. Stephen Brown, thank you so much. I'm so glad you gave Sunny Eclipse a job. Stephen Brown, I'm so glad you gave Sunny Eclipse a job during the closure. I also love you more. Stephen, thank you so very much. Totally appreciate that.
Stephen.
All right, Stephen. Now I need you to write in the yearbook. Let's go.
We're just gonna pass Jeff's virtual yearbook around.
Yeah. Oh, wait, where's my yearbook? It's coming around.
Yeah. So this would be King Louis's Room or Restaurant of Ruins. And it would serve kind of like the jungly themed kind of drinks, your like mango stuff, maybe a dragon fruit, passion fruit, that kind of stuff mixed with alcohol if you want that. If not, it would serve appetizers. It would look like the ruins. Maybe there would be a meet and greets with some of the Jungle Book characters, like I know Baloo's a staple around there, so that could possibly be an option as well. I think it would be kind of fun. The Jungle Book isn't really touched on in Animal Kingdom, and it's obviously one of the most classic movies. It is nuts. So I would have to say this King Louis.
So everybody knows that whole God, like that, like, doesn't it look like there should be an attraction in that river? I know there's always been things like this is, that's what I want that there. So now I'm going back and maybe your restaurant, Chris, can be on the water, and it should be moving on that.
Sure.
How about that? Okay. All right. We can do that.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
A floating restaurant, something like that.
A floating restaurant.
Sounds like a possible overlay for Kilimanjaro safaris.
Yes. Okay.
I like that. Yep.
God, we're getting so much accomplished tonight, guys.
Yeah. So Stephen Brown says, so it's Skipper's Canteen. Yeah, I guess it is similar to this. I guess it is similar to that. Throw in the Jungle Book characters, but something. And the music might be a little bit different, but I suppose. Yeah.
Tough
called me out in
words,
something I didn't realize. I didn't realize that.
It's
but
still
you know
good.
what?
We love the Jungle Book character idea.
Subconsciously, maybe that's what I was channeling there. But yeah, that's
wow.
But the ruins, Stephen, the ruins. It would have the ruins and the bricks and the monkeys and the jazz and the Ooby-Doo would play all the time. I'm telling you, get more Ooby-Doo.
That's
I want more Ooby-Doo in my life.
That's the name of the song. I want just the Christopher Walken version from the Jungle Book live. That's it. I want to play it over and over again.
You know,
that's all.
That's like the only thing I was looking forward to in that remake, and that completely made it for me. I like the movie because of that. We need more Ooby-Doo in our lives.
That's the
name of the song. Ooby-Doo.
Quote of the night. Thumbs up for Ooby-Doo.
Ooby-Doo. We need more Ooby. Thumbs up for Ooby-Doo. We need more Ooby-Doo.
Need more Ooby-Doo.
What are we even talking about?
I have no idea. It's like off the rails hard tonight, guys.
Yes.
Oh,
hey, if you're just joining us,
heat.
It's the heat. It's the Orlando Heat up here in
I'm
Central
sweating from my eyeballs.
Right now. Thanks for joining us. People in the chat, I love it.
we need to have all
wait, he's questioning it. He's got a question mark. It's I want to be like you. Exactly. It's that song, but it's the Ooby-Doo, right? There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I'm done. Where are we?
Yeah, I have to get back.
We got 15 minutes left. We got 15 minutes left. No, there's AC, but it's not helping.
I had to turn mine off because it sounded like static. So now I'm sitting in a room that's like 95 degrees and I'm dying, guys.
Oh, that was you. Okay.
That was me.
Hang in there. 15 minutes to go. You got this.
Can I just say the same thing? So it's like, so my cousin actually came down in her N95 mask, by the way. I don't know how anyone feels about traveling. She came down here. So my AC unit is out on the balcony. And so I, obviously being the host that I am, banished her to the balcony. So her and Leah are out there, having some adult beverages. And so I can't have the AC running. So I, like you, with each passing minute, it is getting hotter and hotter in here.
This is why we can't have a 2-hour show, guys.
So I mean, seriously, like honestly, I feel like it's going to be one of those like one of the old National Lampoon movies, and like both you and I, Anthony, like it's just you're going to start seeing like just water dripping.
You guys can't see it, but it's coming.
So, Cheyenne in the chat says, "Welcome to the Ooby-Doo show." I love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
People are singing it. Super Bowl champ singing it. Who else? There was another comment in there.
Love it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm googling Ooby-Doo as we speak. Stephen Brown. Hey, so yeah, for those, it's like 95 degrees up here right now in Central Canada, which is pretty insane. It's going to be like this all week. So I think that's like just like Orlando, if not a little bit warmer, or maybe just a little bit less. It's pretty insane up here. 15 minutes. Stephen Brown has given us the 15-minute warning. Right. We got to move on to the character meet and greet section. So this is a created character meet and greet. I struggled big time with this one, so don't expect anything amazing from me, but I do want to bring something back that I saw once. Okay, Jeff, let's start with you. I can't imagine what this will be.
It's Wally. No, I'm kidding.
I'm leaving.
I quit.
I'm out.
No, everybody quits. You guys both just shut your cameras off.
The floor is lava.
Seriously, I have it. I have it tonight. Tonight I have one. So I want to do, because I don't think that this happens. Do you remember when I think they did it in Magic Kingdom? I think they still do it. It's kind of like you wait in your line and you get multiple kind of opportunities for your photo pass pictures. Sometimes it's princesses, like sometimes it's Mickey, Minnie, blah blah blah. So I want to do Timon and Pumbaa's conservation adventure, which sounds like an attraction. Yes, guys. Yes. But I mean, like, you get into like a little vehicle and it's almost like the people come to you because like you were moving. So like you're with a photo pass kind of thing, but you get like 45, 60 seconds with each kind of character. You know what I mean? Again, back to the animals of the thing. Like, I'm actually thinking like, like all the fun animals, right? Like the Frozens and the Tangles and things like that. Basically all the same horse, because that's what you get. But maybe we end with the Jungle Cruise, and because you love them, Chris. But I mean, you know what I mean? Like that's kind of my thing. Like, I love being able to have like 3 or 4 different things, but it's like this conservation thing, and you're like, maybe it's like a repurposing of the train that doesn't really get used anymore.
Yeah, I know what you mean. And that would be cool. I mean, Timon has been the staple character in Festival of the Lion King, but something with like Pumbaa, I don't think get rid of but seeing like a Pumbaa meet and greet, I don't think that's been done. Like one where you actually meet him, right? Something like that.
Yeah, I would like to meet Pumbaa, and I would like, because Timon's like everywhere, right? Not really, but
yeah, it's more common than, I don't think Pumbaa's ever been out as a character meet and greet.
No.
To my knowledge, anyway. I don't think so.
I just don't want to have to say, like, I don't want to have to be the childish person, but now I have to say it. And of course, like, he farts every once in a while. God, I didn't say it, but I had to say it. I mean, I could have just left it out there. Like, everyone knew what I was going to say. But okay.
Stephen Brown in the chat was saying, if this is us on a 1-hour show, can you imagine us on a 2-hour show? So maybe someday.
Not without the AC on.
Stephen Brown, wait, what is this? Wally is holding Simba over the edge of the Forbidden Mountain. You can get a socially distanced photo from the bottom of expert photographers' distance. Stephen.
I like it. I like where he's going.
That is amazing. Okay. Thank you for the super chat once again. That is so, Rob, 10-minute warning. Wow, that is awesome. I love that idea.
I don't know how long it took you to make that shirt or to get that shirt, but can I give you some money so that we can send Stephen Brown one of those shirts?
To get one of these cosmic
Reid
shirts.
It has to say #Oobidoo on it, so that'll take a little extra time.
Okay, all right. Cosmic Reid.
Oh man,
very good.
Great. Look at this.
Okay. This one went. I'm glad we saved Animal Kingdom for last. By the way, it's a holiday week show. Maybe everyone's on vacation and not paying attention.
Yes, it is. That's right. It's Wednesday for us up here in Canada. Oh. Canada Day is Wednesday, is July 1st. So we get a weird week. Right. Working 2 days off and then back on. Bizarre, but okay.
Poutine for everyone.
Angela, do you it's a poutine for everyone?
Canada special.
Do you want to hit us with it? Do you want me to go? It's totally up to you.
What are we on? We're on meet and greets? Sorry, the heat is getting me.
Welcome. We're 52 minutes in.
Could everyone imagine if we were all in the same room, by the way, how nothing would get accomplished? Thank God
we wouldn't.
Like in different places.
It'd be dumb.
Kidding. Okay. Oh, no. Okay. My idea, meet and greets in Animal Kingdom was tough because you can meet almost every character that you would think would be a good one. So the only thing that came into my mind, I don't know if you know, at Universal Studios, if you guys have been there recently, they have some like raptors that you can meet, which I think is really, really cool. So my idea, like they're like, very, very real looking. So my idea was that you can meet the banshees, and I would hope that it could be maybe similar to like the Raptors in Universal Studios. Like, I think that would be really cool. Because, I mean, Pandora is huge, right? And the only character that you can meet in Pandora is that big, scary-looking, I don't even know what it is, machine thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to meet you. I also can't take photos with you, so I'd rather take photos with a cute little banshee, Like, so
that is really, really cool. You can imagine it like sticking out of the trees, and maybe it's got its wings out a little bit, and it would be the same style as the. That is really, really cool. I don't see why they couldn't do that. That would be easy to make one of them. That is.
I think it would be so easy because I was thinking of a Na'vi. Like my partner said, "Oh, I'd love to meet a Na'vi," and I was like, "Oh, but that would be really, really hard to do." But the Banshee, I think, would be so easy.
I like that. Horatio says meet and greet with the Yeti from Expedition Everest.
I mean,
would it move or would it just like be still?
No, it'd just be like.
It would be the broken Yeti. You meet the broken
Yeti. Flashlight on it, a strobe light on him, make him look like he's doing it.
Yeah, it literally is. Did you?
This was that?
Did you see Mandy's? Did you see Mandy's? Comment?
What did she say? Be cool meet and greet with the guy who.
You didn't see it?
No, I just saw it now. Aww. Be cool to meet and greet with the guy. Is the Dino Bash. Thank you so much. Appreciate that.
Thank you, Andy. Yeah, he's gonna love that. He's gonna talk about that for the rest of the week now.
Once upon a time, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not. Yeah, y'all know that. But actually, Melon and the Mouse in the chat about 5 minutes ago said, because we were saying this is a tricky one for meet and greets in Animal Kingdom. When in doubt, just put Chip and Dale in dinosaur costumes. And I'm proud to say, got these little guys here. Right, the Dino Bash characters forever. So there we go.
And it's funny you say doing that, but like I swear they have such a weird kind of identity crisis there. They like went back to like Donald Duck's extended family and like put the entire Duck family is like a whole new like stretch of Animal Kingdom. Like they have no idea what they're doing there. And don't even get me started about Rivers of Light. Okay.
No, this is
that could be a whole other show.
We 5 minutes left. We got lots we can talk about, but we got 5 minutes left. The chat room's keeping us on time here now. So
thank you, chat room.
My meet and greet. This I thought of maybe like a Robin Hood meet and greet because those characters, again, animal characters, they would kind of fit in there. They some of them used to be around. I showed that autograph book a little while ago. There were some characters that were around back in the late 90s and early 2000s, but I thought maybe something featuring the heroes and the villains from Robin Hood. But there is also a really, really cool character that was walking around like early 90s, and I only know this because I've seen the Disney sing-along video 8,000 times because our son loves it, or we've made our son love it. And it's the top half is Goofy, and he looks like he's in a cauldron in the middle, and the bottom is King Louis, like small, but his arms are holding the cauldron that has Goofy in it. Like it's obviously there's one performer in it, but it's this really wacky random character that they had in some of the parks. I should have had a screenshot to show, but some people might know what I'm talking about in this video.
What?
So it's
Thank you, Angelina.
It's Goofy on the top, it's a cauldron in the middle, and King Louis is on the bottom holding the cauldron. This is real. This is not, I'm not making this up.
No.
I need photo proof. Who sat at the table and was like, you know what? This is a good idea.
If somebody could get me... If somebody could go back to the replay and get me the audio and expression of Angelina just going, what? Like, I want to make that my text when Chris texts anything to my phone. She just goes, what? So somebody get me that sound, please. But Chris, legit, love you, man. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Come on, someone in the chat must know what I'm talking about. Goofy on the top, cauldron in the middle, King Louie on the bottom, ooby-doo. Right?
It's definitely.
It's the weather. It's the weather. We have reached a whole new level of comfort.
Yes. There are a lot of planets in retrograde right now, and I hear that is probably affecting the show. That's what I've been told.
Yeah, that and the heat.
Yes.
Wait, hang on. Look at Stitch in the chat. I remember that character also from the sing-along. Thank you. It exists. See? I've watched this thing like every day for the last year and a bit, telling our son that this is what you need to watch. So it exists. And Drew, I am out. Hang on. Wait a minute.
He doesn't have your back, man. He doesn't have your back.
Melon and the Mouse has found pictures. So I assume of this not animatronic.
Please show on Twitter.
Yeah. This thing, check it out on Twitter. Tag me in the tweet. I'll retweet it. Everyone check out Cosmic
ran out of time.
We got 1 minute. Jason's waiting for us, and we got one more topic to go. Let's. My show idea was just kind of dumb. So I'm just not gonna. You know the Maharaja Jungle, Ooby-Doo. I will buy that shirt. Right? It's got to be a shirt. Maharaja Jungle Trek. I love it in the daytime. I think something at night would be really cool with that, but it would involve really cool projections on the ground. And I know they are playing with some ideas with that, with the whole Moana water experience at Epcot that's going to happen. But I'd like to see more, like I love Pandora, where it's all glowing at night and the floor, but in the ground of the paint and all that kind of stuff. What? I can hear somebody laughing. What's going on?
No, I'm laughing because Archfox just goes Ooby-Doo it. I don't know why that's funny.
That's our t-shirt. It's like Nike, but it just says just Ooby-Doo it.
Oh no! Well,
I'm done.
Get my sewing needles out.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Settle down, people. You can't rush.
Ryan.
Thank you so much for the super chat.
Oh my god!
Totally appreciate that. Oh my goodness. This is so. It would basically be Maharaja Jungle Trek, and it would have these really cool like animal projections, print projections on the ground, just giving you kind of a different experience of the Maharaja Jungle Trek. Okay, Jason is standing by. We're good. We'll be done shortly here.
Why are you people still on the air? He's got to wrap us.
It's good. Oh, I got a new outro for the show, but carry on. That was mine. That's it. I love that. Angelina, you want to go with this one? Your show or experience? What's up?
My last word here is it's a dark night show. Christopher Walken in the center with a spotlight singing "I Want to Be Like You" over and over again, and that's it. There's some water projections, and that's it.
Is it really Christopher Walken?
It's it is Christopher Walken because he doesn't have anything else going on. So
$14.99.
You actually were gifted $14.99 by kidnapping Christopher. You just kidnapped Christopher Walken from his house, and you're making him do a nighttime show at Disney's Animal Kingdom.
Every night.
Stephen Brown with the $15. Thank you so very much. I just can't wait to be king. If you want to be king, Ooby-Doo it. Go ahead. That's awesome. That's my new tagline in life. Who said that? Who said Ooby-Doo it?
I think it was Archfox.
Archfox, I love it. Jeff, give us your show so we can get out of here.
Can we just be done with just a Wally and Eve just kind of slow dance to old tunes from the 20s, 30s, and 40s? Let's be done with it.
And Christopher Walken singing it.
And Christopher Walken sings to them, and it's like projections and pyro.
Heat strokes setting in. Oh, yeah. Nike, just Ubi do it. I'm done.
I would love to say sorry for anyone that had to watch this. Thank you.
I am not sorry at all. This is fantastic. This is
good quality stuff.
More cowbell. Christopher Walken. There we go.
More cowbell. Angelina just kidnapped Christopher Walken. He's like being held hostage in like one of the Kilimanjaro safari cages, and like he is paraded out every night at 9:00. It's crazy.
Love the show. Horatio, thank you so very much. Archfox, I want royalties. Okay, yeah, that is it's hilarious. Okay, Angelina, that's your next thing. Get shirts that say "Just Ubi Do It" on the front.
Yes,
so no one's gonna know what it is.
I'll start working on it right now.
If you like staying at Walt Disney World hotels, which I'm sure all of you do, we got a special thing next week. So that's your tease. If you like this Imagineering thing, think hotels. And you guys are lost it. I can hear you. I can hear you flapping in the.
Do you know on like SNL, man, who was the guy that like just always like broke? Like I just can't even right now.
Oh, there's several. There's several.
Finish your wrap up.
Scooby-Doo. Okay. So Imagineering resorts. We'll have a lot more content like that next week. Maybe we'll all be wearing shirts that say "Just Ubi Do It." I don't know.
Pressure. I've got a week.
If you have show ideas for us, you can send me an email. It's where you can send it on Twitter at Cosmic Reid. You can also tweet at WWNT as well. We'd love to hear from you that way as well. Lots more fun to come next week, guys. This has been awesome. Probably the wackiest
so that Angelina can turn her AC back on.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the thumbs up. If you like the content, and we really hope you did tonight, give us a thumbs up on the video. Always appreciate that. Tell your friends about this show. We love interacting with you on the chat. Thank you for all that. Guys, I didn't even get to the Twitter conversations, which I'm just realizing now. I will say there was a lot of Kilimanjaro Safaris, Dinosaur, and Festival of the Lion King, which we didn't even talk about. Just a fantastic show there.
Great show.
So were some good popular out of all the ones that replied. I mean, I said I'd read some, right? So
Go ahead, read some. I mean, I got to be honest with you, though. Festival of Lion King is a great show, but that's only until Christopher Walken starts his nightly performance at the lagoon of Animal Kingdom.
Okay, so people were saying could spend hours with the gorillas. I mean, watching them, I'm assuming. Countdown to Extinction, the old dinosaur attraction. Derek says pre-Pandora, Kilimanjaro Safaris, post-Pandora, Flight of Passage. Becca and Angelina are going back and forth doing the dinosaur script, so there's that as well. Let's see what else. Let's see. We got Chester and Hester's doesn't get enough love from Disney Magic every day. I heard there's a good dance party, or there was, and then it stopped, and it's not as good as it used to be. Dinosaur, Flight of Passage. That was another really popular one as well. Michael said the knee-jerk reaction is to say Flight of Passage, but Kilimanjaro Safaris is one crowning achievement in theme park history. Yeah, I agree. It is really, really cool. Flight of Passage is awesome as well, though.
We love Flight of Passage.
It's fantastic. So I guess with that being said, we'll wrap this up now. Hey, we did an hour, 10 minutes almost. So there you go. Extended show. Yeah. So we're doing a 2-hour show, but 7 minutes each per week.
That's how we'll do it.
That's how we do it. No one said Cali River Rapids. I think there was 1 or 2 people. Melon and the Mouse just said that. I'm kind of surprised at that as well. I don't like it because it gets. Every time I see the chat, it says "Ubi do it" now. You Ubi did it.
We're Ubi overdoing it now, so.
All right.
The thermometer popped out, man. The bird is done.
Wally's Dance Revolution? What? Okay.
Ooh, I want to hear that. Okay.
Maybe it's because, it's never
Horatio spent too much time at Wally's Brewery, man. That's what's going on, which is great because it's going to be a great place.
We'll wrap this one up for the week. We'll be doing some Imagineering next week, possibly hotels and more, so stay tuned for that. We always like to talk about Disney memories. Maybe we'll include some of your photos next week as well, so stay tuned for that. Keep an eye on Twitter at Cosmic Reid. We'll let you know how that can be done as well. Please follow us. Please like the video. Thank you for all of the super chats, all of the interaction on Facebook, on YouTube, on all the platforms that we broadcast from. For Jeff and Angelina, I'm Cosmic Chris Reid saying we will be back next week, Monday, 9 p.m. Eastern. Until then, have a magical week and just Ubi do it!